What is a RACI matrix? No, it is not a parallel universe. It actually is a tool that is used within projects. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what exactly is a RACI and how to use it. RACI overview. RACI is an acronym, and what it stands for is R is responsibility, A is accountability, C is consulted, and I is informed. And basically, it's a matrix, a table that you do for certain tasks and activities, so you know for those specific items who is going to be doing what and for that particular task. Now, you can use it in a couple of ways. A lot of times a RACI is used for a deliverable after a project when you're putting it into the regular business, and people can then have an understanding as these are some core fundamental things and who's going to be responsible, accountable, who has to be consulted and informed on specific tasks. I've also seen RACIs used as high level project plans. Not a personal fan of that. I think you need a detailed plan, as I do in my SLAY project management course with the WBS. I really think you need to go down to detail. RACI doesn't necessarily do that, but it is a good tool for an overview to understand of everything that we have to do, task and responsibility from a maintenance and sustainability perspective, who truly is going to be responsible, who needs to be accountable, who has to be consulted, and who needs to be informed. You know what I have for you. A little later on, I'm going to share with you how to get this, so stay tuned. Okay, now let's go through each letter of the RACI. Responsible. So this category of responsibility is for that particular task or activity that you called out in your matrix. This individual or department is the one that basically has to execute on that task. They're responsible to make it happen. And so that's why you call it out, because they're the individual or the department that is going to be the doer. Accountable. This letter can get confused with the responsibility, which is the R, because they feel so alike. But ultimately, this role is accountable to ensure that the person who's responsible is executing on that role. So they're kind of the buck stops with them. So if there's questions and roadblock removal, it's this particular department or person who has accountability to ensure that it actually comes to fruition, even though they're not the ones responsible doing the activities. So that's the difference between the R and the A. Consulted. When you assign somebody or a department for consulted, basically what you're saying is they have a subject matter expertise. You want to connect with them and consult with them from an insight perspective, from additional information perspective, so that the person who is responsible to executing the task is going to consult with them just to ensure that everything that they're going to be doing has been thought through. So that's the consulted role. Informed. Informed is really simple. You just want to, out of courtesy, inform certain departments or people so they have an understanding as to what is going to be executed by the person who's responsible to execute on that particular task. Because again, they may just have some information that you're not aware of, so you want to inform them just so that everyone is in the loop. RACI matrix layout. It's actually very simple, this matrix, and I highly recommend you do it in Excel. And what you're going to do is your column A, which is the first column, is going to be all of your tasks, activities, anything that you want to call out in your RACI. Now your top row are going to be the individuals or departments that you are going to be identifying in your RACI. And then what you use on the inside is you just call out for that particular activity and that role, and you just go across and down. You're going to give it an R, an A, a C, or an I. So now you may have throughout that row, you may have R's, A, C, and I. Now, a little recommendation here, only have one R. Do not put multiple R's for responsibility. I'll tell you why. Because then no one's going to do the work. You should only have one person who's truly responsible for the activity. Everybody else can be consulted and informed, and you can have many C's and many I's. Accountability also is on that same cusp of responsibility. Now with accountability, you may be able to break it out between, let's say, two departments or two key high-level senior executives or individuals, because sometimes those are shared, but really not more than that. So just take note. Yay, you made it to where I'm now talking about this. Guess what? This is so important. It's going to help you be successful in projects, and it's for you, free. And how do you get it? Go under this video, there's a link. Go check it out. Make sure you check out this next video. It's a step-by-step guide on how to start your projects off right. On that note, if you could like this video, join our community by subscribing. And on that note, I'll see you at the next video.